Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Scott Show podcast. This is the NCAA Lower Division show where we talk about Division 3, 2, and then also we talk Division that is just below the Bowls teams. And this is the Football Championship Series, also known as Division 1 AA. They changed their name a while ago. So we're going to get started here by going into D3 football. Just a heads up that none of the schools have changed their ranking in the top 10. A few of them have changed. We have Springfield, Johns Hopkins, Wartburg, and George Fox that were not rated before, but they are now. On the top 25, Frostburg State comes in at number 18 after losing and being number 11 before. They almost got mentioned here on the show, but they lost their last game. But we're going to go with the top 10 anyway. Starting at number 10, Delaware Valley. Number 9 is Platteville, Wisconsin. St. John's at number 8. Linfield at number 7. St. Thomas at number 6. Hardin-Simmons at number 5. Number 4 is North Central Illinois. Number 3 is Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Number 2, Mountain Union. And number 1 team is Mary Hardin Baylor. Now, I do believe that Hardin is going to play against Mary Hardin Baylor. I don't know when that game is, but we will find out for you and get that back to you here on the show that makes it happen, folks. We tend to make it happen here. And give big shout-outs to all of our folks, all of our friends, especially at St. Scholastica. They're also going to be playing this weekend. And, of course, Plattsburgh, got to give them a big shout-out, too, so there you go. So, folks, now we move on to the Division 2 football. And we're going to give you guys the top 10 out of that. I do have to say Sioux Falls is defeated and they fell very hard onto number 18. Also, Delta State fell 6 spots from 14 to 20. Wingate, Central Missouri, Southeastern Oklahoma, and those 3 teams were unranked before. Now they're in the top 25. Also, another team that fell after a loss was Texas A&M Commerce, as they lost to on Saturday. So here is the new top 10. Things have moved around a little bit, including we don't have a new number 1 though. So check it out. Here we go, number 10. Fort Hays coming in at number 10. Ferris State at number 9. Midwestern State at number 8. Colorado Pueblo at number 7. Shepherd at number 6. Ashland at number 5. Grand Valley State at number 4. Minnesota State Mankato at number 3. This is the Illinois State of Pennsylvania at number 2. And the number 1 ranked team in the nation, still D2Football.com reporting, Northwest Missouri State 6-0. They have been number 1 for quite a while up there. And we give them a shout-out. We give all our friends a shout-out there in Missouri State. Also, UMD, got to give them a shout-out too. They're right up there. Now, I do not know if I know they're going to be playing this weekend. I don't know who. We'll find that out and get that to you guys. If anybody wants to know, tweet me. That's the way it works here on the Scott Show podcast. All right, and then, folks, we also have our Football Championship Series, or 1AA, and we've got our top 10 for that too, and actually we got a tie for number 9, and that's between Eastern Washington and Sam Houston State. Youngstown State comes in at number 8 after receiving yet another loss, dropping from 3 to 8. South Dakota State, our good friends the Jackrabbits. South Dakota State jumps up 2 spots, and they're celebrating Hobo Week there. That's why you probably saw that on the little sheet. All right, and then we have Central Kansas at 6, Wolford at number 5, still undefeated. The Coyotes of South Dakota at number 4, Jacksonville State at number 3, North Dakota State, the Bison at number 2, and James Madison still rocking it at number 1 for, I think, the entirety of this poll so far. So here are some games coming up in the football championship series that you guys might be interested in. We do have quite a list of games in that region, and so we kind of go through them every now and again. So we got Holy Cross playing Yale, and that's in Yale, and that's going to be one hell of a game. Princeton and Brown play in Brown Stadium. I was like giving you guys the Ivy League schools and always the fun schools too, like Campbell and the Fighting Camels, as they'll be playing on against the Dayton Flyers at Welcome Stadium. I like that name. The non-winning Savannah State Tigers against the non-winning Morgan State Bears. Somebody got to win there. That will be an interesting game. The North Carolina Central Eagles will be facing off against the Garner-Webb Running Bulldogs. Check that game out. It will be awesome. Tennessee Tech and the Golden Eagles looking for their first win as they face off against Southeast Missouri State, the Red Hawks. Making it happen. Montana and North Dakota fighting a border battle, and that will be in Montana. All right, and when we have Indiana State, the Sycamores will be facing off against South Dakota, the Coyotes. Indiana State looking for their first win. South Dakota still undefeated. You have the University of Northern Illinois Panthers, 2-3 on the season, as they will be visiting the team celebrating homecoming, the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. And it's definitely a week that they're going to be celebrating quite a bit, so be prepared for that game. Villanova, the Wildcats, will be facing off against James Madison and the Dukes. I might even cheer for Villanova on that. That's one of my favorite teams. If you guys would listen to the Scott Show Favorite Things Part 2, you guys would get that. I had said that earlier on the show. As we did that show earlier today. We have Jacksonville Gamecocks against the Eastern Kentucky Cardinals. The Colonels of Eastern Kentucky. How did I get that one wrong? We also have the Northwestern State Demons against the Sam Houston State Bearcats. Check that game out. New Hampshire Wildcats against the Stony Brook Seawolves. That will be a fun one. Wolford playing off against Citadel. And Liberty is going to be playing the Owls of Kansas State. That's going to be at Liberty University. We have some ranked teams playing, as we have the number 2 ranked North Dakota State Bison, as they will be playing the Youngstown State Penguins, so that will be one hell of a game there. Look for the winner of that game to move up in the rankings. Maybe. We'll see how that works if they move up on the rankings, if James Madison loses to Villanova. And Weber State, the Wildcats, will be facing off against Southern Utah and the Thunderbirds, probably my new favorite team name. Over here, we make it happen. So, folks, what we do here every week is we talk about the lower divisions of the NCAA in football. We will be adding some baseball stuff, or some basketball stuff here coming up, and hockey as well. We'll be having NCAA sports shows all the time. I'm always really super excited to do that. And I think Thursdays will be our NCAA hockey game days, where we will be discussing what teams, what games are coming up. So, folks, we are out of here for today. Enjoy the wonderful day of Saturday and the great game of football that is going on. You guys have a great day, and we'll catch you real soon.